networking. This is the skill that is probably the most obvious fit for what we're already doing in our language courses, right? Our language courses tend to be smaller in size. Students work in pairs and groups a lot. They get to know each other. In the lower levels, the content is a lot of that. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you study? What are your interests? What activities do you engage in outside of class? Those kinds of small talk activities that are common at networking events, right? And so what we need to layer on for our students is the professional bits that we're layering on or weaving in with any of these topics. With networking, what's important are names, finding out names, remembering names, and using names. People are impressed when you've remembered their name on a second or third encounter. If you've forgotten, it's appropriate on a second or third encounter to say, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. I'm Darcy. What's your name again? And you should be able to say that in at least 2 languages. The second thing is professional body language. So in the US culture, offering your hand to shake, making eye contact, what's appropriate in the target culture, that's important to teach. Warm, open body language, a natural smile. When you're nervous, sometimes you cross your arms and kind of scowl a little bit and it comes across as angry and closed off instead of just nervous. You have to be aware of that and being aware of any tics that you may have, verbal tics often for younger people. The ums and the uhs and the likes are the hardest part. And then the third and most important thing with networking is being a good listener. Really listening to what people say and asking specific follow-up questions. And then the goal is to find out what you have in common, because based on what you have in common, you can follow up later with a link, an article, information about an event, an invitation. And that's how you build those networks, those professional relationships that should last an entire career, right? That's what networking is really all about. It's not about asking for favors, and I deal with mid-career clients all the time who misunderstand that, as well as our younger students, right? And it's not that, kind of icky self-promotion. Educators go to conferences. This conference is a networking event. 3-day conferences are 3-day networking events, because truthfully, we can just electronically share all that information if that's really what it's about. But it's about building those professional relationships over a lifetime.